mais je n'arrive toujours pas à dormir. Alors je me suis dit que j'allais jouer à Genshin Impact, et pour éviter que vous ratiez beaucoup de choses, j'allais le faire. On va continuer la suite de l'événement. Bon réveil à tous. Voilà, normalement on devrait pouvoir m'entendre comme ça. Trop de pensées en tête. Du coup, j'ai pas réussi à m'endormir de la nuit. Ne vous inquiétez pas, j'ai à manger. J'ai à boire. J'irai bien. Peut-être que je devrais aller chercher une canette pour l'event. J'arrive tout de suite, les amis. Pardonnez-moi si c'est trop tôt. Mais franchement, comme je vous l'ai dit, j'arrive pas à m'endormir. Excusez-moi, je vais juste faire un truc. Je me disais bien, pour l'anniversaire de Laurie, qu'ils allaient mettre un truc. Ah, même pas. Ça pourrait être son anniversaire, ils ont rien mis. C'est un peu triste. Alors, au inverse, pourquoi vous vous occupez pas beaucoup d'elle? Peut-être qu'ils ont fait un truc spécial pour ça. On va juste prendre ça. Pardonnez-moi si ma voix est un peu affaiblie. Il faut le temps que tout aille bien et ça me fait souvent ça la nuit. Je vais vérifier un truc. Ouais, c'est bien ce que je pensais. Bien, nous on va continuer la suite dès que je reviens, d'accord? A tout de suite la compagnie. Il faut quand même que j'aille chercher à boire.
Relax. There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Relax. You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Yo la compagnie, c'est de retour avec une chose. Mais après on profitera le passage. On va pas les laisser se cacher. Oui. Je sais que vous dormez tous à cette heure-ci. Mais je comprends pas comme si vous étiez là. Après tout,
There's no need to exchange
j'ai parlé un
pleasantries.
peu avec toi.
It's rather
Autant tu
pathetic
sais.
to force a conversation
Autant
just to
le gaming, je
occupy
crois.
silence.
C'est des toi, je crois bien. Promis pour ton nomade. On fera tout ce qu'il faut, d'accord? Il va falloir vraiment débloquer ton coin en tout cas. T'inquiète, nomade s'en chargera. Je te le promets. Alors, j'ai l'impression que je ressentir ma fatigue. Oui, mais en même temps, j'ai tellement de trucs dans la tête, tu le sais bien, le gaming. On t'a expliqué hier. Alors, nous, on va continuer l'event, qui est juste ici. Ah ouais. On va continuer cet event. Est-ce qu'il y a un truc à faire ou pas? Ouais, ah, j'allais dire. J'aurais été dégoûtée s'il n'y avait plus rien à faire. Ça, c'est une histoire que je laissais, mais on la fera plus tard. Excusez-moi, c'est pas ça que je cherche. Les courants de la vie. Ça a pas l'air d'être la même. Attendez, je vais regarder. Ouh, c'est Cara. C'est bizarre, ça a nulle part où mettre. Peut-être qu'il faut faire quelque chose. Continuer l'event qui est là. J'ai un doute, mais je pense que c'est ça qu'il faut faire. Excusez-moi. Parce que là, c'est vous pensiez que la situation était le fruit d'un malentendu causé par les démons. Mais il semble qu'elle cache un secret. Donc je crois qu'il faut continuer... Bah, il faut continuer quoi, parce qu'on a nulle part où aller. Il va falloir continuer ce défi de l'event. Rappelez-vous qu'on a des tickets. On a des tickets pour prendre les trucs. Mais le problème c'est que ça... Bon, ça va pour l'instant quoi. Alors, nous on va continuer par là.
You think I've got a
Ouais, c'est ça. Accéder à la quête. Le problème c'est que... Il faut retourner là où on était ou... Ça ne dit pas où il faut aller. Attendez le deuxième jour, ok.
tongue? I just tell it
J'avais
like
pas
it
vu,
is.
excusez-moi, je suis
If
vraiment
someone
désolée.
can't handle it,
Ça s'appelle se
maybe
réveiller
that's their problem.
petit à petit. Moi j'attendais tellement de jours, donc clairement c'est le deuxième jour ici. Je sais pas ce que ça va donner, mais j'ai fait le lendemain, au cas où. Ouais, j'ai vraiment pris des profiteroles au cas où j'ai la dalle. Faut manger dans la vie. Si on mange pas après, on est faible. Très faible. Aïe aïe aïe, mes dents. Désolée pour le bruit, mais clairement, ça fait pas du bien de se prendre des... Bah, en fait, c'est dur à ouvrir des profiteroles. Vous le savez tous, je pense. Super, je me fais mal aux dents. Alors, ça, j'arrive même pas à ouvrir mes profiteroles. Je vais faire un trou dans le truc, tu vois. Ah, mon tournevis. C'est un mini tournevis très pratique. Attention. J'ose même pas faire un trou. Voilà, j'ai fait un trou. Et là, voilà. Du coup, je crois qu'il y a du chocolat dessus. Ah non, c'est bon. Profiterole. Un bon petit dessert, mais qui peut être mangé aussi au petit-déj. Plus je mange, peut-être plus je prendrai du poids. J'en ai besoin. Et encore, j'ai pas beaucoup mangé aujourd'hui. On va pouvoir continuer l'event, ne vous inquiétez pas, petit à petit. Je mange juste un petit peu. C'est bon jusqu'au 30. Hein. Faut pas gâcher ça. Maintenant, la vie, elle coûte de plus en plus cher. La nourriture, pareil. Donc, faut vraiment pas gâcher la nourriture. Ni nourriture, ni boisson. Pour ça que ça me fait mal des fois de laisser un fond de boisson. Oh, il me faut encore... Mais c'est pas possible. J'ai plus d'ongles. Voilà. C'est vraiment pratique les mini tournevis. Tout rikiki comme ça, oui. Ça fait du bien. Faut que j'aille chercher mes scarabées aussi, moi.
There's
Je les appelle.
Quite a while, but the shrine maiden still hasn't shown up.
Attends, on va aller chercher mes scarabées avant.
It looks like we'll just...
Nouveau joueur, réparation, nouvelle quête de réputation. Ouais, c'est vrai, j'avais oublié. Je pouvais aller faire Asmero maintenant. Je les ferai plus tard, Asmero, de toute façon, ne vous inquiétez pas. Oui, non. Sumeru, nope. Si, c'est là-haut. C'est dans le désert. Alors, là où il y avait mes scarabées, que je me souviens tant, c'est là. Déjà là. Scarabée. Faut bien que je reprenne de temps en temps, parce que le pauvre sinon il va jamais avancer. Même la foudroyer, il faut que j'aille le battre de temps en temps. Mais comme je l'ai dit, je suis toute seule. Alors, je me sens seule pour faire les boss. Peut-être que Senshi pourra jouer avec moi à nouveau. C'est marrant quand elle est là aussi.
relax.
C'est bon, je suis là. Alors, faut vraiment pas cacher ça. Ah oui, j'en avais un autre sur moi.
Too slow.
Scarabée. Et voilà. Ensuite, mon autre cachette que vous connaissez. Non. Oui.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it,
On va
maybe
aller là
that's
la
their
prochaine fois.
problem.
En 3.4, ils ont dit que c'est là qu'on ira. Un nouveau coin du désert. Je pense qu'il y en a qui seront impatients. Peut-être qu'il y aura plus de scarabées à trouver. Allez, allons-y. Nous, c'est là-bas qu'on va.
Quit following me. Too slow. Behold!
C'est ici. Ici, à la place d'un, vous pouvez en avoir justement deux quand vous avez fait ça. Là, vous avez un scarabée. Et là-bas, un scarabée. Déjà, ça fait deux de plus.
Quit following me.
Enfin, là, ça en fait 3 déjà de plus qu'on a. Donc là, vous vous laissez les sons. Hop. Ou alors, vous partez direct vers le mausolée du roi. Je suis vraiment navrée. Pardon. Je vous rassure, je suis pas malade. Je le dis, c'est... On est encore en pleine nuit, du coup...
Too slow.
Non, c'est pas par là. Non, par là, on va vous enfoncer plus. Je m'y retrouve plus, les gars. Je suis paumée. Et où m'a sorti? Ah, je crois que c'est par là. Hein.
Quit following me. Squall
Ah
and
ouais, c'est
fury.
par là. En vrai, son truc, c'est pratique. Hein. Mais ils auraient pu le faire durer plus longtemps. Pour aller plus vite. Peut-être qu'un jour, ça sera amélioré. On ne sait pas. Voilà, c'est par là. Si un jour vous êtes chaud, on se fait un combat ici. Alors, là, on est vers lui. Vers son truc. Et je crois qu'il y avait un scarabée par là. Ah non, c'était pas vers lui. Je suis un peu neuneux. C'était ailleurs. C'était vers le boss. Il y avait un scarabée qui traînait. C'est le truc là-bas. Non, ça c'est le mausolée du roi des chouettes. Je suis paumée, ça y est. Je ne me retrouve plus, attendez. Ah, on a été au temple. Ah ouais, si, c'était pas bon là. On va jeter un coup d'œil vers lui, là, le mausolée. Parce que des fois, il y en a qui traînent.
Behold! Quit following me.
Ah ouais, j'ai laissé un coffre depuis longtemps, ça. J'ai jamais trouvé comment faire. C'est pour ça que ce pauvre petit coffre, il est là-bas tout seul.
Squall and fury. Behold!
Quelques petits moras qui étaient cachés.
Too
Qu'est-ce
slow.
qu'on n'aime pas, ces
Quit
machines?
following.
I will have order.
Freeze!
Nowhere to run.
Cry louder! Don't get frostbite.
Stabilize. Futile. Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due. Guilty. You stand condemned.
Squall and fury.
Cool it. This is order. Nowhere to run. Freeze. Solidify. Surrender.
Oh, so sorry.
Judgment is upon you.
Non mais... C'est pas Scaramouche pas trop blessé. Le pauvre. Je vous l'ai dit, il est encore affaibli. Il est pas au niveau total ou quoi que ce soit, non? Je vous l'ai dit, il est au niveau 50, le pauvre petit Scaramouche. Mais heureusement pour lui, nous avons fait des plats et nous avons acheté des plats. Faut bien que ça serve à quelqu'un. Hein. Des bons petits plats. Alors... Je ne sais plus s'il y en a qui traînent des scarabées par là, mais... Ça ne me dirait rien. Un Brutocolinus qui court, les gars. Ah si, il y en a un là. Bon bah, un de plus.
Too slow.
Bien joué le scarabée, il fallait pas traîner là. Au truc du boss maintenant. Le truc du boss, il est ici, les amis. Il y en a un scarabée qui se traîne là-bas. Au moins, vous savez où trouver des scarabées. Non, mais c'est vrai, ils sont chiants à trouver les scarabées des fois. Faut vraiment farmer dans tout le désert pour savoir tous les scarabées. Il y en a 41 en tout. Alors ne laissez pas entrer vos amis avant d'avoir trouvé vos scarabées déjà. Voilà.
Too slow.
Après, j'ai de la chance. J'ai une amie qui me donne ses scarabées. Ça, c'est pas un scarabée, les gars. On confond pas.
Quit following me.
J'ai quand même Sensei qui me donne ses scarabées. Et Petit Cara qui me donne ses scarabées. C'est super gentil. Si vous pouvez m'offrir vos scarabées parce que vous avez pas Sino, eh ben il n'y a pas de problème. En échange, je viendrai vous aider. J'ai besoin de scarabées, les gars.
Gather. Cool it. Know your place.
Quit following me.
Soyez pas choqués, c'était que des blobs. Normal que Scaramouche y a.
Too slow.
Non, pas là déjà. Je me rappelle plus où c'était. Là où j'allais après le boss.
Too slow.
Je me rappelle plus, les gars. Me voilà complètement perdu. Mais c'est quoi ce bordel? Ouais, c'est là-bas. Juste à peu près ici. Je me barrais ailleurs, moi.
Quit following me.
Vous comprendrez pourquoi je regarde les toits à chaque fois. C'est normal. Ça y est, j'ai retrouvé mon chemin. Hop là. scarabées, les gars. Voilà. Voilà où je trouve mes scarabées, moi. Je crois pas pouvoir vous en dire plus parce que les autres, je les trouve pas facilement.
Too slow.
Les autres sont toujours plus compliqués à trouver. Ça doit être le truc du boss, je sais plus. Non, on n'est pas dans le truc du boss, mais je sais plus où on est. D'une, parce que ça c'est le boss où on était tout à l'heure. Ça c'est autre chose.
Too slow.
Et si je peux vous rassurer, il n'y a pas de scarabée, je crois. Hein. J'ai bien dit je crois. Mais les noix peuvent vous servir pour votre recette de réanimation, par exemple. Ouais.
Dodge this.
Creusez-vous.
Order guide you. Solidify. Nowhere to run. Cool it. Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
C'est cool qu'ils soient devenus aussi puissants, mes persos, quand même, là. Ça, c'est plaisant.
Quit following me. The wind rises. Too slow. Squall and fury. Quit following me.
Je sais plus si j'avais des trucs pour Scaramouche. J'essaie de me souvenir pour lui, mais c'est chaud. Ah, le jour où sa constellation, magnifique constellation, n'est pas. Et d'ailleurs, le jour où il nous a fait le coup d'ailleurs. Bah ça sera cool, s'il en avait une. Mais c'est chaud quoi d'avoir ces constellations à lui. Alors sachant qu'il est nouveau quand même. Euh, euh, euh. On a déjà pris tous les scarabées qu'on avait pour le moment. Donc notre petit sino, question scarabée, il est à 15 sur 60. C'est pour ça que je demande une donation de scarabée. Parce que là c'est super important. 3 sur 6 en pierre de foudre. Ça va être chaud. Mais oui, sinon tu vas y passer aussi et tu vas l'avoir ton niveau 90. Il va falloir farmer tout ça. Bon, maintenant on retourne à l'event. Vu que j'ai pris mes scarabées, bah si je joue aujourd'hui de toute façon, vous pourrez jouer. Avec moi du coup. Allez, c'est parti, on continue la suite. Veuillez m'excuser. Oh, désolée.
Traveler, Paimon, please let me be your partner for the final round of the test of courage. I'd like your assistance with this investigation, since you two are the only ones who have seen the alleged ghost.
That's fine with Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
I have a few theories, but we don't have enough leads yet. There are some places I'd like to investigate first, so you two can accompany me.
Sure. Where would you like to start?
I want to go back to where we first met up. According to your accounts, you encountered the ghost there and passed out. I believe there may still be some clues there.
Do we really have to go there? What if we're walking into a trap?
Are you worried that she'll be waiting for us? If anything, that would make things easier. My worry is that we won't be able to find her. Honestly, it'd save me a lot of trouble if she were to show up on her own.
Wow, Hazel. You're fearless.
The more cases you see, the less afraid you become. Let's go.
Oui. Tu m'étonnes, il en a vu des choses, hein. Et ils ont. Allez, go.
This should be approximately where you first encountered the ghost. Of course, we cannot conclude whether the woman is actually a ghost or not at this point. But I'd like to go over everything that happened again. Do you recall anything she said at the time?
Let Paimon think. She warned us not to go near her, and she said if we didn't leave, our souls would become trapped here. Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to remember that moment. Paimon's shivering just thinking about it.
Sérieusement.
And then what happened?
Then, everything seemed to get darker, and Paimon started to feel dizzy. There were ghostly flames flickering all around, and Paimon saw some sort of black mist surrounding the ghost, and then Paimon passed out.
Based on your account, it does really seem like you've seen a ghost.
Exactly! So are you convinced it was a ghost now?
It's possible, but I'm more interested in what she's actually trying to achieve than what she is. Even if she is a ghost, as long as she possesses some sense of reason, then there must be some purpose behind her actions.
Wasn't she after our souls? She said that herself.
I think she was just trying to scare you.
Oh, you think so?
Think about it. If I had the ability to take your souls, then why go to the trouble of warning you over and over again? Besides, a ghost wouldn't have allowed you to walk away knowing about the secret of its powers.
That does make sense. Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that?
I believe there are only two possibilities. The first is that she wanted to reap your souls, but there was some condition that had to be met. You know, like what we usually call a curse. But if you had really been cursed, then you would probably have noticed it by now. So, this is the less likely scenario. I believe she was just trying to scare you away.
But why would she want to scare us away? Oh, Paimon knows! Maybe she was trying to get us to quit so she could claim the Test of Courage prizes! Oh! Probably not. So why does she want to scare us? Do you have any ideas, Hazel?
Based solely on your account, I don't believe she actually meant any harm. She just didn't want you to stay here. But this evidence alone is insufficient to make any valid assumptions. She could very well be guarding some treasure or covering up a crime. Though, My intuition is telling me that neither of these hypotheses are correct. Let's continue investigating the surrounding area. Have you found any leads yet?
Yeah, some tree branches seem like they were bent by something, but that's about it.
I see. After you left, I took a good look around the area. Aside from the bent branches, there are burn marks in some places, but that doesn't really tell us much. If only there was some more conclusive evidence.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's you guys! What are you all doing here? We heard you were out searching for clues, and we wanted to help. Oh, that's really brave of you.
Actually, we're also really unsure about what's happening here. We just asked the members of Mr. Ito's gang about what happened to them, and it sounded really scary. That lady is either a nasty evil spirit or a formidable yokai. Either way, it's not good. But we still want to hold the Mikawa Flower Festival.
Uh-huh. We long admired the friendship between Lord Kamai and the samurai. Which is why we want to hold the Mikawa Flower Festival, to return the favor we once received from the humans. Even though our powers are limited, we don't want this bond of friendship to vanish. The Mikawa Flower Festival is meant to be enjoyable for everyone.
The Chinju Forest covers a large area, so it'd be great to have more help in the investigation. Welcome to the team. Let's all do our best to figure out what's going on.
Don't worry, we're very familiar with the area. We won't miss any clues. Look what I found down by the river! Huh? What is it?
Is it a scrap of black cloth? I've never seen fabric like this before.
This is a piece of shade cloth.
Shade cloth?
Yeah, it can effectively block out light and is used in a variety of settings, including stage performances. There's a rough tear in the cloth, probably caused by a sharp stone, or maybe some branches.
Branches?
Suppose that a large shade cloth was originally hung from a tree, bending the branches. When the shade cloth was removed from the tree, perhaps one of the corners caught and the branches ripped it, causing a small piece of black cloth to fall into the river. Either she didn't care, or she was in too great a hurry. Perhaps she had other things to handle at the time.
But why would she hang shade cloth in the trees?
I'm only speculating, but maybe she used it to create the atmosphere you experienced. Let's not worry about that for now. There's still many variables I haven't deduced yet. Next, I'd like to investigate the place where the Arataki gang encountered her. Do you know how to get there?
Oh, I know the way. I asked the gang members where their encounter with the ghost happened when we were chatting earlier. I'll take you there.
Good. Please lead the way. Let's go find out what's going on.
Quit following me. The wind rises.
This is the place. They claim that as they passed through here, the area suddenly grew dark, and some ghostly flames appeared out of nowhere.
Huh. What a coincidence. We saw the very same thing.
Let's start by taking a look around the area, just as we did before.
I found some sort of smashed ball under the tree. The inside of it looks like it was blackened by smoke, and it smells like fireworks.
Judging from the burn marks left on the scene, the ghostly flames you saw were not created by yokai power. Rather, they appear to have been caused by something flammable. I'm not sure what, though.
There's some strange powder in the cracks of these stones. I picked some up and sniffed it to see what it is, and it made me really dizzy. Ugh. I'm so tired now.
Bizarre, ouais. Très bizarre.
Similar scare tactics. And she didn't have the time to completely hide the traces. I believe we're closing in on the truth now. I'm almost certain that the woman you encountered was not a ghost. She possesses no extraordinary powers. She was merely scaring people with some small props she had set up ahead of time.
Some small props? But can you really do all that with just some props? What we saw was absolutely terrifying.
First and foremost, the test of courage contributed to the unsettling atmosphere here. You were initially frightened by your first encounter with these 3 yokai, and then shortly after, you ran into the mysterious woman. It was natural for you to be on edge. Because you were already tensed up, you were breathing more rapidly and inhaled a lot of sleeping powder that she had sprinkled around the area. That is what caused you to feel dizzy. That's when she pulled down the shade cloth and lit those so-called ghostly flames, creating a terrifying scene. That's the most likely explanation anyway.
So, it was all just a show? She tricked us!
There is, however, still one loose end. The person who commissioned my investigation did become stranded on the beach as a result of some unusual power. That couldn't have been accomplished by just a few small props. But if she possesses such powers, why bother with the theatrics?
Oh, Paimon can't wrap her head around all this.
She can only use props to scare people in the forest, but she can use strange powers on the beach.
Whoa, that was fast.
If we rule out the potential of organized crime, then only one possibility remains. I know who the woman is. Let's go to the beach.
We'll come along too.
No, you should go back and tell the others not to be afraid and not waste their time searching the forest. The truth has surfaced. It's time to put an end to all the unnecessary panic and await the outcome of the test of courage.
Okay, but please be careful. If you run into any danger, simply call out our names. We'll be able to hear you.
There shouldn't be any danger now, but thank you anyway. Let's search along the cliffside. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a chunk of earth that's unlike the others. Too slow.
Ça va être pratique pour cueillir les fruits au moins avec Nomade.
Surrender!
slow. I knew it. I knew that you would come find me here.
There she is. Paimon thought you were a yokai like the others, but they said they never seen you before. So, who are you? And why did you try to scare us?
I have already warned you never to speak to me. If you don't leave now, then...
She's terrifying! Hazel, it sure doesn't seem like she's using any props this time!
Don't move. Just trust me. Your yokai power won't scare us. It will only hasten your demise.
Yokai power?
Huh? How did you know?
You're a yokai that emerged from an object and assumed a human form outside of your own body. When this type of yokai is close to its own body, it can use some yokai power, but that ability weakens as it moves further away. And if the original body is destroyed, then the yokai that originated from it will likewise perish. Should I refer to you as a Hagoita spirit, or Tsukumogami?
Don't bother. You may call me Hanyuda Chizuru. That is the name I go by now.
Chizuru, why do you want us to leave? If you're a yokai, you should understand why the other yokai want to interact with humans. Besides, we had a great time playing Akitsu Yugen together, didn't we? Just like the story of Kamai and the samurai.
Yes. That's why. That's why I don't want you to be sad too.
Sad? What do you mean?
I'm sure the yokai have already told you of the story about Kamai befriending the samurai. But they don't actually know the entire story. The samurai was about 25 years old when they met at the festival. They met again 10 years later and remained friends. They spent time together drinking, traveling, and sparring. When they had first met, they merely respected each other, but 10 years later, they became best friends. After another decade, the samurai had reached the pinnacle of his swordsmanship and won their duel by a narrow margin. Kamai was so astonished by his defeat, he gave up drinking and began training to become stronger for their next duel. However, another 10 years later, Kamai did not meet the samurai. As it turned out, war had broken out in the south, and the samurai had gone to defend the border. Kamai was unconcerned, because 10 years was nothing in a yokai's lifetime. But when they met once again, Kamai discovered that the samurai was already 65 years old. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the samurai's gray hair and scars covering his body.
Hey, old friend. Can you still wield the sword?
I'm getting too old to fight. This time, I've come to say goodbye.
I see. Then, how about one last game of Akitsu Hazara?
All right.
The samurai gave his best effort during the game, but had to quit halfway through because he was too weak. After putting down his Agoita, Kamai remained silent for a long time before letting out a long sigh.
What a shame.
Their friendship started as something they looked forward to, and in just a few decades it turned into regret. Lord Kamai's appearance hadn't changed, but his dear friend in front of him had grown old. the joys of friendship gradually gave way to the pain of regret. People often say that those outside the situation can see things more clearly. And I learned a harsh truth after witnessing all of it. Everything that people come to regret is inevitably set in motion from the beginning. We yokai are different from humans. We have longer lifespans and different natures, but we share the same world. We interact with one another. We are drawn to one another, and will eventually part ways. When the dream ends, all that is left are sorrowful memories and lingering pain. Even a wise and seasoned yokai like Kamai felt sadness when it was time to say goodbye. Imagine what a pure and kind little yokai would feel.
Oh.
So, you mean...
I was hiding on this beach, waiting for the last of my days. But those 3 yokai came and set up the Akitsuyugen here, which woke me from my slumber. I didn't want them to approach humans with unbridled optimism and enthusiasm just because they'd heard the legend of Kamai and the samurai. That would simply be repeating the same mistake.
Is that why you pretended to be a ghost? To scare all the people away from here? Oh, so you must be the one who trapped that guy on the beach. That was a little bit harsh, don't you?
My power has become pretty weak now, and most of the time I just use some props I've collected to scare people. I can't show myself when there are a lot of people around. But that jerk was greedy. He wanted to steal the decorations from Akitsuyugen and sell them for a profit. That's why I used my yokai power, to teach him a lesson.
Ah, so that's what happened. You have a strong sense of justice. By the way, how did you know the rest of the story about Kamai and the samurai?
It's okay if you don't want to tell us. I've already figured it out. Your true form is this pair of Hagoita, isn't it?
Hagoita? Oh, wait! So that means...
The pair of Hagoita used by Kamai and the human samurai to play Akitsu Hazura hundreds of years ago. You gradually developed sentience after being influenced by great yokai power. You were the closest to witness their story. Even with the yokai power's blessing, the Hagoita have started to rot away after hundreds of years. You can't sustain yourself, so you were forced to rely on props to scare people. And if my theory is correct, this pair of Hagoita is also the item we need to find for the 3rd round of the test of courage.
Excellent work. You figured it all out.
Miko.
Congratulations, little ones. You've passed the 3rd round of the test of courage.
Miko? And the Shrine Maiden? Paimon thought you went missing.
I apologize for causing you concern. It was actually Lady Yai's idea. Well, what did you think? Were you scared? Because fear is induced by uncertainty, the more chaotic the situation, the better. Having the event staff also mysteriously vanish only added to the uncertainty. I must say, I think this test of courage truly lived up to its name.
So you're the one responsible for all the scary stuff.
Hitomi,
Go tell the others that the test of courage has ended and that we have a winner.
Now that I've solved the mystery, I'm going back to meet with my client. The intent to steal is not exactly a serious crime, but it can't go unpunished. I'll see you two later.
Miko, did you choose the Hagoita for the third round of the test of courage because you already knew about Chizuru?
Miko, Lady Yae,
I followed Kitsune Saigu around the Mikawa Flower Festival one year and saw her play Akitsu Hazura. That was when I saw you. You didn't have a human form at the time and possessed only the earliest traces of sentience.
I remember now. You were on Kitsune Saigu's shoulder.
I went for a stroll on the beach some time ago and sensed a familiar yokai power. Though your power was weak, I was still able to find you. You were sitting in a tree, gazing at the tourists below. I overheard you telling yourself that you must be patient and avoid contact with humans.
Huh? When was that? I didn't notice you at all.
With your powers being so diminished, it was only natural that you didn't notice me. You must have been blaming yourself all this time. You knew Kamai and the samurai became friends as a result of Akitsu Hazura, a game connected to your existence.
At the time, I couldn't take on a human form like this. I had only a hazy sense of the... After they first met at the Mikawa Flower Festival, I felt proud to know that I had left a mark on their story. But after they said their final goodbyes, I could often hear Kamai sighing to himself. I couldn't help but hide, because I blamed myself. When I woke up again, the world had changed. Lady Yae, you are a well-known yokai. You must know many more things than I do. So I have a question for you. People meet, become friends, and then go their separate ways. After such a short time, they leave only regret and sadness in their wake. Is it really worthwhile for us yokai to interact with humans?
Why not? Tell me, how did you feel when you played Akitsu Yugen with the Traveler?
I felt happy, but...
But your rationality told you that it was wrong, didn't it? It turns out that there is still another piece to the story of Kamai and the samurai that you are missing.
What do you mean? The samurai and Kamai never met again.
True, but the story doesn't end there. That samurai's name was Yanagibashi Takuto, who also happens to be the founder of the Soran Ishin art. It is believed that Takuto developed this style of swordsmanship while dueling with Kamai, who had also befriended the third-generation heir of the Soran Ishin art. 500 years ago, Kamai and Tominaga fought side by side until their final moments, and the sword Tominaga wielded was passed down from Yanagibashi. The regret Kamai once felt had finally been resolved.
Oh.
We yokai are not like humans. Humans have too short a lifespan, and the day will inevitably come when we must say goodbye. However, the bond formed by friendship will not be broken, but rather carried on in a new form. There's no reason to be upset by this. Time flies by in an instant, and...
Hey, compadres!
Salut Ito.
Ito, what are you doing here?
He told me everything. And I also heard that you won the last round. I even know who the ghost lady is now. Anyway, I had a little discussion with the others, and, Hey, you're that fox lady. Why are you here?
Please just disregard my presence. Now, tell us what you discussed.
Ah, right. Alright, listen up. To celebrate the end of the Test of Courage event, we will be holding the Mikawa Flower Festival. I gave it some real thought and realized that it might be kind of difficult for those little yokai to hold the festival on their own. But with my help, it won't be a problem. That's right. Arataki, the one and only Ito, will be in charge of organizing the best Mikawa Flower Festival anyone's ever seen.
Hooray for Ito!
Oh.
Can we really trust this guy with the festival?
Hey, what you trying to say? Besides, it won't just be me. Other people will help too. Even my bro Ayato is gonna be there. Everyone's busy getting ready, and the festival will be up and running in no time. It won't be long until you can all join the fun.
You're the best, Ito!
Après tout, Ito, c'est un peu comme un démon, hein, c'est un Oni.
And what would a festival be without me? I'll be sure to go have a look too. It has been some time since I've attended a festival. Fortunately, I brought sake with me.
Vive l'alcool dans le jeu, quoi.
Paimon's gotta admit, Ito does have his moments. A festival, delicious food, count Paimon in!
Vilain petit insecte.
All right, I'll join. If you don't mind, that is.
Looks like the festival has started! Let's go check it out! Ito and Goro! What are you two talking about?
Oh, I was just saying that if I had more time, I'd have built a massive fishing pond here.
Fishing? You know, when I lived on Watatsumi Island, I used to just dive into the sea and catch fish with my bare hands.
Take it from an expert, using your hands to catch fish is nowhere near as fun as using a fishing rod. Just the other day, I caught a fish so big that I didn't even know how to handle it. I even wrote a letter to Yae Publishing House about it.
That's an unusual problem to have.
Huh? A big fish? How come you didn't tell us? Paimon could have helped you eat it!
Elle aurait toujours mangé.
Huh? You wrote a
Il y a un
letter to
crabe.
Yae Publishing House?
Il se balade le crabe. Un petit crabe qui se balade.
Oh, you bet I did. I wrote to the That's Life column and asked Miss Hina for advice. Ah, she's so amazing. She got back to me really quickly, too.
C'est vrai qu'il est en kiff sur Mademoiselle Ina alors que c'est Goro quand même.
Huh, what a coincidence. I do some part-time work there, and I recently received a similar letter.
You mean the letter was about dealing with a giant fish they caught? No. Could it be?
Mais c'était toi, Ito. C'est toi qui as balancé ta lettre à Ina. Alias Goro.
Could it be that there's someone as good at fishing as I am? Oh, not on my watch. Hey, you all go enjoy the festival. I'm gonna get out there and catch an even bigger
Il fallait
fish.
surtout pas que Goro lui dise, je crois. La tête qu'ils ont fait les Paymon, c'était pas bon.
Just you wait. I'll be inviting you all to my fish feast.
C'est vrai qu'il est en kiff sur Mademoiselle Ina. Le truc, c'est que c'est Goro, Mademoiselle Ina.
The string snapped. I was so close. Yoimiya, this is more difficult than it looks. Can you really fish out these water balloons with a string?
Don't worry. Let me show you a little trick. Just remember that your hand has to be quick. Yo-Yo Tsuri! Paimon's seen this game in some light novels before. Do you want to give it a shot? Close one eye, aim carefully, and fish it out quickly. Oh, it looks kinda tricky. Paimon will let the traveler try. You have to catch at least 3 water balloons since there's 3 of us.
But Yoimiya, if I close one eye, I won't be able to see anything.
J'avoue.
This ramen is so good.
Yes, it feels like it's been ages since the last time I had some.
You mean you don't get to eat ramen very often, Ayaka? But it's so delicious!
Oh, it's you. We'll need 2 more bowls of ramen, please.
C'est dommage, ils sont tous en train de dormir, mes amis. En même temps, il est tôt, mais quand même. J'aurais bien aimé, moi, continuer d'écrire du RP. C'est tristounet quand on est tout seul. Je dois bien l'avouer.
Food like ramen and hot pot tend to have a lot of oil and salt, so I don't get to eat them very often.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, now Paimon totally gets why Ayaka would put cake into hot pot.
Huh?
Oh, please, no need to bring that up again.
Phew, I'm stuffed and feeling a little sleepy.
By the way, were there any special stalls at yokai festivals in the past?
Yes, but... well, it's a long story.
Paimon can't believe you couldn't get a single water balloon. You've gotten rusty. Chizuru managed to finally get one and gave it to Hitotsume Kozo.
He looked like he really wanted it.
But Paimon wanted one too.
All right, then I'll catch one for you next time.
Yay!
Come on now, this is way more expensive than usual. Even if it is a festival, you shouldn't hike up the prices this much.
Hey now, it costs money to run a stall. I need to raise my prices to help cover the expenses, you know?
Fair enough. How about 5 masks for 30% off? Final offer.
All right, all right.
It's so hot. Feels like I'm being roasted here.
Don't get too close. It's better to keep a few steps back.
Hey, Kazuo.
I know. It's just so rare to see such a nice bonfire. I want to get as close as I can to enjoy it.
There are many beautiful things in the world. There's no need to be anxious. The festival has only just begun.
I was surprised that you didn't even tell your sister. It seems she was quite frightened, too.
It would have been uninteresting had I told her what was going to happen ahead of time.
Oui, ça sort quand même.
Besides, with her friends by her side, she wouldn't ever be too scared. Having a little fright is good to release any tension she might have accumulated lately.
Everything went according to plan. People started to panic as soon as they sensed that they had no idea what was happening. How amusing.
Yes, well done.
Hey, you two, stop laughing! It was scary!
De quoi tu te mêles, Paimon?
Have you finished exploring the festival? Well then, are you having a good time?
Yeah, it's great!
The original Mikawa Flower Festival was much more lively, but even if you could attend the original, you probably wouldn't be as happy as you are now. Because it's always more fun to enjoy a festival with friends, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you.
Well then, I'm guessing you have something you want to say to her alone. We'll leave you in peace.
What did you want to say to us?
Ah, you saw through me again. I can't help but feel you somehow know everything.
It's not that I know everything. It's just that I've been in your position before.
Traveler, do you have a moment? I'd like to talk to you. Alone on the beach.
Squall and Fury!
All right, here will do. Thank you for agreeing to come with me. Actually, I was delighted when I first discovered that I could take on a human form. I was a yokai derived from a pair of Hagoita who came into being in the middle of a festival. So naturally, I enjoyed the lively festival atmosphere. I wanted to go to more festivals, become friends with humans, and play Akitsu Yugen with them. But every evening, as night began to set in, I'd recall the bitter smile of the old samurai as he set down the Hagoita, and the lonely Kamai sighing as he drank his sake. Then I would wonder, if I became friends with a human, would that person experience the same melancholy in the future? As a result, I was convinced that I couldn't do it. I told myself I would not repeat that same mistake. I'm sorry that I spoke so strangely when we first met. I'm sure it must have scared you. I expected you to flee in terror, but when we met again, you acted like you had no trouble being around me. I knew you mistook me as one of the yokai, but instead of telling you the truth, I went and played Akitsu Yugen with you. I'm not completely sure myself. Perhaps it's because I've always wanted to be like Kamai and play Akitsu Yugen with humans. Or perhaps it was because I knew I didn't have much time left, and I didn't want to be alone. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to play with me. When we played Akitsu Yugen, Paimon said the loser would have to grant the winner a wish. At the time, I wished for us to never cross paths again. However, you still came and found me. Meaning, you never granted my wish. So, let me think. I wish for you to remember me. Okay. Listen carefully. I wish that every day of your journey ahead will be filled with joy, like a festival.
voilà. Je pense que voilà, on a fini le l'event peut-être. Oui, on l'a terminé. Bon, ben on a fini le petit event du coup. Veuillez m'excuser. Et du coup, on peut continuer ici. Parce que ça, c'est fini. Et ça, on va remporter les primos. Sucrerie de dango, 3 couleurs. En mode loisir. Cette épée. Dango aux 3 couleurs. Donc, ça se défile là. Alors, nous, on veut celui-là. Parce que ça, on l'a fait. Et du coup, on a encore celui-là. Et celui-là qui n'est pas encore débloqué. En matchmaking, comme d'hab. On s'éclate. C'est la vie. À cette heure-ci, il n'y a pas beaucoup de monde. Hein. Qui sera disponible? Le mec, il me collait beaucoup trop. Je sais pas si ça va dans sa tête. Il y a un coup, il partait de l'autre côté, un coup, il partait vers mon côté. Et je me dis, mais qu'est-ce qu'il me fait? Allez, on continue. En mode corvée, c'est parti.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Là, mode corvée. En route.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Excusez-moi. J'ai juste fini mon petit déj, on va dire. Voilà. On prend ça, ça et ça. Tout ça, vous avez vu, c'est fait. Donc maintenant, on passe au Daichi aux 4 couleurs. Le truc, c'est que pour le faire, est-ce qu'il est débloqué? Non. Là, il est débloqué maintenant. C'est parti.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Alors, terminé. On change de case, obtenez le score. 4500. Donc ça a été fait.
Every course of action has its risks. Be careful.
Voilà, c'est ça. Alors, nous avons quoi comme tube? Un peu de tout, donc voilà. J'ai réfléchi. De l'eau, de la glace. Alors, on prend ça. Ça. Non, je vais pas prendre ça. Je fais ça et ça. Go. Oh. Allez. ça sera les derniers défis de l'événement normalement, donc ça sera impeccable. Ensuite, on regardera les meilleures armes pour Scaramouche, pour Nomade et ainsi de suite. Comme ça, je retrierai les armes. Oh shit. Oui, hein. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Faut se calmer les balles, hein. Elles sont tout pétées mes balles là. Bon, on a fini, ça y est, direct. Putain, les babales, elles sont apparues d'un coup. Du coup, on a fini, je crois, celui-là. Et voilà. On a donc... Oh, ça y est, ça se fait wood pour la suite. Donc, impeccable. On a fini l'event magistral. Donc là, on a un truc qui a été accompli, voilà. Niveau 21. Donc là, on a des niveaux. Cadeau, ouais. Des niveaux cadeaux. Ah la vache. J'espère que ça vous a plu les amis, on a fini l'event. C'était un petit live. Et quand j'irai mieux, ce sera un grand live. Ne vous inquiétez pas. Bisous la compagnie. Enfin ouais, je pense que si, je vais vous laisser parce que sinon je vais avoir trop chaud en faisant mes recherches de fleurs.
Every course of action has its risks. Be careful.
Regardez pour Scaramouche, pour mon petit nomade, il en faut au moins 60... Non, 60... 30, au moins, ouais, 30. Plus des trucs de dragon et tout, donc ça va faire plus tard. Il faudra être très patient les amis. Bisous tout le monde. À bientôt.